Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hakimi. Unahi. Played out to the left flank. He's found a way through. He is just caressing the ball. Takes aim and crosses. It's a loop. Has another go! Goal! Morocco! Unahi at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Vermeer. And it's Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Batasagi. Great chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Batasagi clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Mazraoui.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ziyech, he's picked his way through. Hakimi gets it away. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Oh, that's a key interception. Mazraoui.
Morocco really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? And this takes a shot! That's really well cleared. Mazraoui. And Unahi. Threads one in. And this is Messi. Now it's Kane. Kane! Mazraoui. Amrabat. Out to the right. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries to play it through. Hakimi. Cross needs to be good. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Unahi. Back into the middle. And he's quick to get it clear again. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Looking for the run. Steaming on goalwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Brahim Diaz.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Barella. Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. Played in deep. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Oh no, what has happened here? And the finish! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Showing good feet. Pinches it off him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Amrabat.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And Aguirre. Hakimi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Hakimi. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Son Heung-min looking to get on the end of this. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so we're off again. And it's Hakimi. Oh, that's fabulous. Lovely passing, lovely. Oh, smashing header. Goal! Morocco! And again they hit the front. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 48 minutes is...
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Femi. Chips it through. Now it's Kane. That is good strength. Now it's Messi. It's not an especially good pass, that. Hakimi. Not the most accurate pass. Barella powering forward here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's having a good look here. Great chance here to level it up. Messi! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Hakimi gets good distance on it. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Hakimi. And Bastoni. And it's Batasagi.
And spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Another chance from a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's taking no chances there. Morocco have the chance to go the other way. Oh, what has happened here? And it's in! And the comeback is complete!
The goal scorer after 64 minutes is number 9, Harry Kane! Harry Kane! Harry Kane!
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Ziyech receives it in a wide position.
Morocco really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Amrabat, nicely spread. with Ziyech. Hakimi. He's had a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little
Substitution
while.
on the field. Number 17, Hakimi. Number 9, Kane. Coming on the field, number
Ashley.
8, number
Amrabat.
21.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he's intervened well there. And it's Ajnu. Can he get it through? Messi is in a really good position out wide. Amrabat. And he cuts out the supply. Batasagi. Donnarumma. Oh, it's En-Nesyri. Shapes to shoot! It's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Substitutions taking place.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
The final 5 minutes. No, that's been intercepted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Incoming delivery. Batasagi clears it away. Played back in. Up he goes! Danger averted for now. Oh, he's been caught napping. Here comes another cross.
Added time.
João Pedro. No outsmarting him this time. Son Heung-min. They'll have one final crack at it. In with the challenge. 5 minutes to add.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Ajnu. Unahi. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello everybody, and please join me in wishing a happy wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Japan have gone with what looks like 3-6-1. Decent chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I quite like the look of this boy, Ito, because he's solid, versatile, he's capable of playing in multiple positions in defence, and he's got a lovely passing range with a cracking left foot, so he's well suited to possession football, and his confidence and technique on the ball make him ideal for this sort of game.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. It's a really well-measured ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And now the breakaway. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Such good technique.
First quarter of an hour gone. Saliba wins the duel this time. And that is out of play. Vermeer. No goals as yet. Saliba. And Hakimi. And it's Messi. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, that's fabulous. Lovely feet. Messi's cross. Deftly away. Foot in. Neymar! It's loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And that is wildly off target.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
It's going to be another throw. And that's definitely not his best. He's found a way past. And here's Kubo. And he's well positioned. Shot a goal!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Played out wide. Oh, nice touch. And it's Gavi. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he's picked out the run. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mitoma. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Minamino. He shifted it to the flank.
That was lovely, that.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a good run down the right. He's got away. Crosses it in here.
Yeah, very good job. He positioned himself there.
Mitoma. And Kubo. Ito. Endo. Minamino. Spread it left.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Tries to play it through. And that could set him on his way. And the finish! Goal! Japan! And right on half-time, that is telling. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Everyone, please welcome.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's put paid to a promising move. It's out for a goal kick. Long ball looking to counter. And here's Kane. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's well spotted. Mitoma. That is delicious! A finish of true class! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside
To look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Kubo. Played out to the right. And he's managed to get free. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. The pass has gone astray. He has found a way through. Endo. He's picked his way through. Over to the left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rijkaard. That's been intercepted. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Kane, looking for options for movement. No, it's come to nothing. Japan choosing to make the first change.
Japan, number 20, Kubo. Coming on the field is number 15, Canada.
He's looking wide, and it's Minamino. He's a sharp little ball here. Spread neatly. Hakimi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mitoma. Ito. Tries to pass it through.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Minamino has found the net here, of course. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. He's found a way through. There's the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Japan making another change here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Endo. Oh, good spread. Now Mitoma. And he was quick to react. Now it's Doan. Kamada, and the shot! And yes, it's there! Just cruising! They are cruising! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Kamada really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Minamino. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Kane. Delicate ball, and it needs to be
has been indicated.
Cleared away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's being shifted off it. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Out to the left it goes. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. That's a lovely, neat pass. The less said about that pass, the better. And that's it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
I'd like to draw your attention to the
Thank
screen
you very
right
much,
now
Jim, for joining me.
information
That
on
brings
our
us to the end of our
shuttle bus
coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Out towards the flank. Danilo tries to clear. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice bit of trickery, and that interception was most necessary. Played out towards the right wing. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive.
Tries a shot! Goal! Brazil! There is the breakthrough. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Number 9.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Gavi. Messi. And he's been shifted off it. Douglas Luiz. Joelinton. Now it's João Pedro. Played out to the right. Savinho. Drilled in low. He can get that clear. Rijkaard running with the ball. And this is Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Joelinton. That's a good ball out wide. Savinho. Quarter of an hour played. And here's Savinho. Luis. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Some good work on the right flank here. Looking for options for movement. Brilliantly cut out. Bruno Guimaraes.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Savinho. Now it's João Pedro. Savinho. Fermin. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Messi. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Luis producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. He has found the way through. Now this could be a chance. Real chance! It's there! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And he's managed to get free. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Neymar. Ball's out once more. That is good strength. Fermin. Good ball, good take. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Savinho couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Opts for safety. And it's Gavi. Now it's Messi. He's found the way through. Messi. Oh, Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
But he's opted for the long pass. And we've reached half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
He's a sharp little ball here. Can he spark a counter here? Vermeer. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he welcomes it. Chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Douglas Luiz. It's a really well-measured ball. Brazil have reclaimed it. Marquinhos. Douglas Luiz. The referee's awarded a free kick. Bruno Guimaraes. Lopez. He's had a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Neymar, who's set up one goal so far. Rijkaard. He's in a great position here. It's Neymar!
The attendance for this match was 20.
Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Vermeer. And here's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's in on goal. Shapes to shoot. And he's there to clear it. Vermeer. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Douglas Luiz, Linton, Douglas Luiz, Bruno Guimaraes, Gabriel, not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing, and it's Gavi, Rijkaard, Lopez. It is a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Marquinhos is there and he can get that clear. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Douglas Luiz. Oh, good spread. David Neres. And it's Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Brazil can make their change now with a break in play. Joe Linton, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Well, this could purely be down to rotation with the next game in mind, but he doesn't look very happy.
Neres is onto it in a flash. Neymar. Lopez. Fermin will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Neymar. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Cucurella. Now Saliba.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And it's Cucurella. Fermin. And it's Neymar. And it's Rijkaard. And that has been cleared.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Carlos Augusto. Gabriel. Rijkaard. And Fermin. And here's Neymar. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, some players have clearly taken issue here and things are threatening to boil over.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. So the perfect chance to get one back. Messi! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
There will be 3 minutes.
Knocks it into space. That's very neat. And the number on the board is 3. Rijkaard. João Pedro looking understandably energised after his goal. Driving forward. That's that, the end. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And a quick announcement.
And all that remains
today
for me. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Turns back here, probably the best option. Bastara has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
His game revolves around power and physicality, Peter. He's always likely to bustle his way onto the end of a cross or into...
He's tried one! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Rijkaard! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Hakimi. Saliba. And it's Van Dijk. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
And he's forced to go back. Saliba. And Hakimi. Çalhanoğlu, and it's Al-Mali. Aktokolu looks to get on the end of this. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And he skips past his man. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gavi. Goulet. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Aktokolu is... Can he finish? That's a decent clearance.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Still goalless. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Aktokolu.
Oh, really well played.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Turkey! And Turkey take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Turkey are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And it's Rijkaard. Showing good feet. Gavi! And he nearly went all the way.
Gavi certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he's had it nicked away. Gavi.
Bastara really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's had a hit. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Rijkaard. Barella. Oh, such a clever touch. Carazor with the clearance.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that has found him in acres of space. Stood up well to him there. El Mali got a long way forward to join the attack. Çalhanoğlu played out towards the right wing. Now it's Yildiz. Çalhanoğlu. Barella. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And here's Son Heung-min.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And it's Barella. Bastara receives it in a good position here. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Everyone, please welcome the two
Well, obviously
sides.
things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's picked it up out wide. Bardakci can get it clear. It's their second corner of the game. Real chance! And again! He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
50 minutes is
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's been slipped through. Yildiz, can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Bardakci tries to clear. Threads one in. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Bardakci gets it away. Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. And here's Messi. That's good play. Swings in across. And that has been knocked clear. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
El Mali. Gavi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Çalhanoğlu.
That's good play from him.
Yildiz. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Barella. Tries to play it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Barella. Bastara.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Bardakci, Karazor, Kukçu, aims beyond the defence. He's got away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Just about up to 75 minutes. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Substitution for Turkey, number 10, Çalhanoğlu. Coming on to replace him is number 22.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Gavi.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Gavi. That is good alertness. Bardakci, Karazor. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi is in a really good position out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement.
Substitution for Turkey.
So, third
11,
corner of the game.
Yildiz. Number 8, Güler. Coming on the field, number 9.
This usually is the time teams go into
number
conservation
21.
mode.
He's played it back. And that was nowhere near his best. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Oh, that's nice. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. It's a quick one. Son Heung-min touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
So their fourth corner of the game. Karazor getting this one clear. And here's Messi. Lovely bit of skill. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
The whistle has gone, and it is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Gavi, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.